Going for a nice little walk, you know. The key to being fit, you know, see my arms. I don't know if you can see, but you see my arms, veins in them. Nice tone. See my calves. You can't really see it, but the key to being fit, it's a very simple equation. It's no secret. You got to burn off more than what you take in. Okay? Burn off more than you take in. Calories, that is. I didn't go to the gym all week, but I do ball on Sundays. You know, I do a little to the running. Nobody really showed up. I ball last week. So yesterday, I took the same walk. You can see this is a nice little 30-minute walk, I'm guessing, at 30 minutes. So the baby walked with me yesterday, and I didn't know it'd be 90 degrees. I didn't check, so I felt bad. Like, dang. Then they caught an Uber home. Now, this is for exercise. So the goal was to walk them so you get sleepy on the way back, which worked. But it worked for anybody, 90 degrees weather. So it's about the same weather today. That's why I brought out the bike, whatever this is. Okay. So yesterday, we walked. It was a good exercise for both of us. Today, it's just good exercise for me because he's getting the limousine treatment. You dig? So, yeah, you gotta burn off more calories than you take in. Generally, guys get this concept directly or indirectly. Knowingly or unknowingly, guys tend to be active more than the counterpart women. So women, they got to kind of force this or write it down, schedule it. But sadly, a lot of women in America don't take heed to this. They don't really, they take in the calories, but they don't look to burn them off. And I'm not saying like they purpose want to be fat, but it is what it is. You gotta burn up the calories. I ain't gonna lie, push this thing with one hand. Like an exercise. All right, let me put my both other hand on there. Okay. And you'll see this is a nice walk. This ain't no, I could easily got in the car and drove, but I'm conscious to know that I didn't play ball since Sunday. And I think Monday I ate a lot, cookout. Tuesday, I think I did some dummy. I think I ate cookies and milk all day. A bad diet. So I was inactive, you know, pretty much since Monday. Maybe go to the gym tomorrow, maybe not. Really because my knee been bothering, you know. I was doing something, I think Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, one of the days, but my knee twitched. Kind of hurt it, you know. Let me fall back a little bit. Because, you know, when people get injured where they can't really walk or be active, that's when they're vulnerable to gaining all this excess weight. But that's still no excuse. Like you gotta know that you gotta burn off more than you take in. So if you can't burn off because you're disabled at the moment, then you gotta watch what you take in. It's real simple. Now you gotta start doing a calorie check. Okay? You gotta start saying, how if I eat this, how many calories is this? Then you should know before that how many calories do you typically burn off when you do exercise. So you can keep tabs on the burden you're putting on yourself while you're disabled and taking in calories. And now you're overwhelmed. Like, there's no way I'll be able to burn up all this. So let me not put all this on me when I get back able to be active. I ain't got to do overtime as far as working out, exercise, lifting weights and stuff. So I tell parents that my friends that are parents, I tell them that boys, they'll chase fireflies. They'll chase an imaginary friend, like Drop Dead Fred. It don't take much to get a boy active. So when I see a boy that's obese, I'm like. So when I see a little girl obese, I'm saddened by the parents not finding ways to get their child active, their daughter active. But when I see a boy obese, I'm like, oh, I'm double disappointed. It's like, yo, you really caged this fool. You caged this dude. This dude was caged. The boys are just inactive. You let them outside, they don't need nobody. They'll run around. I remember when I was like, I was playing imaginary football. I got a football. I throw that thing in the air like I caught like a punt return. I throw that ball in the air, catch it, and I'm gone. I'm dipping, I'm spinning. I fumbled it, got it back. You dig? Fumble. You do the John Madden commentary. Fumble. Oh my God, fumble. No, he gets it back. Dale gets it back. Okay. 20, 30, 40. He can go. Hey, wait, somebody's behind him. Deion Sanders behind him. Oh, he got a good block. 50, 60. I mean, not 50, 60, but 50, 40, 30, 20. Oh, you got to make it all dramatic. You go in a circle. Oh, somebody's on his heel. He circles around him. The defender falls. Okay. 15, 5, touchdown. I did that type of stuff. But that's a little boy thing. We'll find a reason to run to get off that energy. That reminds me of a stock indicator called the TTM squeeze. The squeeze is the consolidation or the lack thereof price action, buyers and sellers, or one over the other. Right, with buyers and sellers, so therefore the price ain't just moving. So the squeeze builds up a lot of energy for the market to head one direction, either up or down. But once the squeeze is let go, it builds up energy. So once the energy is released, the market's going to fly in one direction. And if you can predict that direction, you're going to be very profitable. Okay, so kids, when we're in the house all day, that energy is building up. The little boys, probably kids, but little boys, that energy is building up. We can't wait to release it. It's like a TTM squeeze. Okay, so we're either going to release it in a playful, righteous way where our parents agree, or we're going to release that energy in the house and make a mess, cause chaos for our parents. Either way, that energy is going to be released one direction, good or bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm still walking. It was funny when I walk in this heat. What I'm going to get is my coffee. But this first time I took this walk, he didn't walk. He was in this. When I got there, I was so hot. And the hell is coffee? I got soda. But yesterday, when we both took this long walk, I didn't know it'd be that damn hot, but took the same walk. I still got the coffee. Because when I bought the soda and I got home, I said, man, I ain't even. I should have bought a soda and a coffee, not just one or the other. I came for the coffee. I wouldn't have took this nice walk for a soda. I need to motivate. Coffee motivation. So this is part of the gentrification that's going on in my city. See it right here. Part of the gentrification right here. I think I did it. So this building like this, apartment complex, like an apartment building like this, is going to bring about a lot of. It attracts white people from New York, I guess, New York or Northern Jersey, and even to some degree, maybe South Jersey, because we are Central Jersey. So this also wasn't here. This used to be a Chinese restaurant and some other stuff that was part of this. This is also, well, I think this is like the lower, like maybe people with government assistance right here, but it's very large too. This was not here. This is still part of gentrification. Again, gentrification, that's a natural process. Don't get mad at it. It's natural. When you see foreclosures, boarded homes in an area where it's a train station. So when you're near a train station that goes to, the cities, New York and Newark, obviously, if places are getting built up, boarded up, foreclosed, you say, hey, let's get there. Let's go there. And this is not like you got ghost towns where nobody would go, even though there's a train station there. A ghost town just means exactly what it is. Nobody's coming, everybody's leaving, and nobody's coming back. You'd be the only fool to go there. This is not a ghost town. Ghost town. This is not a ghost town. This is a thriving city, small city, but banks and everything, like stuff still goes on. Like people commute here to get stuff. It's convenient for the outskirt cities. That's not too far, right? So we got a child development center over there. We got a IBM, who's like really. Let me try to say a pleasant word to describe him. He's very ignorant to a lot of things, a lot of events, a lot of historical moments, and he's even ignorant to the things that interest himself. He does not know the difference between an abortion clinic and, let's say, a facility like Planned Parenthood. And like when you first start to if you're gonna speak on something, you might want to know the ins and outs of it, because now it completes your thoughts better, and your words, your information is valued more. But when you are all in, all your chips in on an idea, and you barely know what's going on about that idea, it's like, dude, you're subjected to change your mind when you get all the facts. You don't have all the facts. That's why you think this way. When you get all the facts, you'll probably change your mind. All the facts is like, if you're looking at, I'm using a poker analogy, all in, like when you get wind of your other player's strong hand, because maybe body language, he's blinking too much. Every time he has a strong hand, he blinks. Well, you're gonna be mad that you was all in. you're like, okay, this hand isn't as strong as I thought it was. Like I changed my mind, but it's too late. Or I'm about to go all in. I see these characteristics displaying he has a strong hand. So I'm not gonna go all in. I still change, but your mind is still changed. Sometimes you could change, your mind is changed and you can do something about your hand, and sometimes you can't. You're already all in. And then this black man is all in without all the facts. So he can change his mind. But a guy like him, his age, uh, most likely he's gonna take the loss and just get out the game. And that's why like a lot of older black men, like the youth, just don't respect because of those type of mentalities. Like they're all in on their thoughts without all the facts. So yeah, a lot of older black men would be hard on black rappers, the young ones, have all these opinions about the dress codes and be all in without context and all the facts. The thing about Jersey I like is that, you know, here I can say since you don't pump your gas, you don't pump your own car. So, which by default makes our makes our not our makes our gas station safer than yours that got to pump your own gas, because a lot of y'all dirt happens at the gas pump in your cities and states. Yeah, it don't happen over here because we got a designated snitch, which is the guy, the gas attendant, the guy who pumps your gas. So yeah, unless you're willing to kill him too, like you're not gonna be doing that crazy stuff. Like we don't really have too many issues at gas pumps like that because of the designated snitch working. So yeah, so in case you missed it, we're walking, we're taking a nice little walk in this hot sun. I'm going. I understand you got to burn off more calories than you take in. It's an easy concept to follow. Some mostly males follow this concept, but unfortunately, a lot of females, women, girls don't. And this is why the obesity disparity is where it's at. Kids don't think about snacks and Twinkies unless it's presented to them by their parents. And it's presented to them directly or indirectly, meaning that the parent is eating the snacks. And most likely, if you're eating snacks that often, you're probably obese. It's just obvious. Or on your way to. So I was watching one of Kevin Samuels' podcasts today. I'm trying to see where I'm going to click and replay. Some talking points, and talk about it. And yeah, he was encouraging women to invest in themselves, especially single women that's in the dating market. He's just simply saying, hey, man, you know, by not investing in yourself, which is the way you look, because let's be honest, women, you'll catch a guy that needs his locks retwisted. He'd be like 2-3 weeks off. I mean, so the instincts of guys isn't that important to us. We can throw a fitted on. I mean, we just don't. We can just let the hair rock. I mean, so it's not that serious to us. Women is everything. Makeup and all this type of stuff. So it's like, well, why do you stop at the makeup? Like, yeah, you can hide those flaws on your face or in your face, but I still see your big old arms, your big legs. And as a result, like, you know, on a date night, the ones I've been investigating, you'll have like a lot of these women be ashamed of their waist. So that's why I don't believe like big girls on average are like happy with themselves and are proud of how they look, because their dating profile says otherwise. They only hold the camera to their face, or they'll have it up like this above their head, where you don't really see. You see their face and body, but their body, you can't really see how big they are. Like little tricks like that. But they won't have a regular picture. It's like, why are all your pictures just your face only, face and neck, or face only, or it's like this high, like a drone is taking a picture. You know, so you're not comfortable. You're not pleased with how you look. And you gave up. 20 years old, gave up. 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You gave up. You don't want to work. I mean, but then you're called a strong person. Like how? Like everything about you is weak. From choosing your mate, from leaving the marriage, like whatever, everything about you, like what is significance and strength throughout the course of your life? Everything that troubled you, every obstacle you had that was hard, you ran from it. You went the other way. Like how's that strength? Anyway, for like 7 years. As I said before, woman is in a relationship. She says it's toxic. She leaves. She becomes a single parent. She's a strong, brave woman. A man is in a relationship with his biological child, with the biological mother. He says it's toxic. He leaves. He becomes a single parent. He's toxic. He's weak. He's a coward. So both of these people were in a relationship that was toxic. They both left the toxic relationship because toxic relationships are toxic. They're bad. So they both left. And one is considered a hero, and the other is considered a coward or a deadbeat. That's a double standard that majority of women don't like to acknowledge. So I mean, but that's not like a woman problem. Because we see that with Black people, with the LGBTQIA plus community. Like Black folks have been suppressed like women. Black men have, or Black people, well, let's deal with Black people, let's say Black people. So Black people have been oppressed like women. Black people have been deprived like women. Black people have been targeted like women. They have been denied services. They have been denied equal pay or even employment like women. So when Black people started to get some momentum, the squeeze lifted up. Start seeing green dots. When we got the momentum, we decided that we're not going to take any accountability, like for what happens to us going forward. We'll just keep going back to what happened to us, and that will be a mask for everything we do in the future. So you see, women doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. They are. We have the similarity with them, and also the Jewish community, same thing. They have that similarity with them, and also the LGBTQIA plus, same thing. At one point, we're all victims to oppression and all types of ills in society by powerful institutions, powerful people. But once these devices become to be lifted up or become weakened, we, like them, kept with the blame game. And none of us hold each other accountable. So if the Jewish person do something wrong, the Jewish community barely hold that person accountable. A Black person does something wrong, Black people barely hold that person accountable. Women do something wrong, women don't really hold that person accountable because they feel like, it's two things. Either they felt like they are becoming the oppressor because something, this is a traumatic experience, or their own people is blaming them, calling them, these names and saying, yeah, you are, it's more justification right here, saying that you are cooperating with the oppressor, or you're on your oppressor time over across the street. Now that's not easy. Nobody lives there. Well, people are starting to live there now, but that's also justification. That was never, these places were never lived. So this is justification. See, all this right here, all that over here, all that over there. And there's one more apartment building that kind of the way I didn't want to walk by. It's too much, little to no sidewalk, and it's too much cars. Too many cars. So this apartment place right here is kind of it's big. So you got to estimate that at least at the ones I showed you, the ones back when you're walking, and the ones there gotta hold at least 300 people. That's 600 people. Okay, new that basically never lived in the city before. So let's say if they're all white, so that's 600 white people living in this city that never lived here before. Now that affects, politics now, because they have a vote on who the mayor is. And look, this is part of the same conflict that just showed you. It's all the same conflict. This probably got 1,000, and that's at the bare minimum. It's probably more. My estimate is probably totally wrong with both. I'm saying bare minimum. This is probably all back there. It's probably 1,000 right here. So that's 1,600. Let's say white people. That's now in the city, and that can sway a vote. They can put a politician in office and dethrone another. You're going to start now. This city was majority of officers are Black and Hispanic. Well, it was kind of easy for a Black man to get a job, Black woman to get a job in this city. Well, you got, and this is just on this strip. At the low end, 1,600 whites that will be competing for those, like the firemen. The firemen is pretty much all Black. That's going to change. Now you're going to be competing with, it's easy to hire a Black officer when it's just all Black officers competing for the job, or it's easy to hire, Black firemen, firewomen when it's just Black firemen and firewomen competing for the job. You got 1,600 white and that's what's going to chase people out of. So right now they do it bad. They are gentrifying, more gentrification. They are gentrifying, but they're not chasing Black people out just yet, because the police in the city and the residents pretty much get along, because the police officers, you went to school with them, or you went to school, they went to school behind you, or their mother, But the final chase out is going to be when they do a police officer shift, because you'll be getting pulled over more than you ever did. We always say amongst each other, if you get pulled over in this city, you did it, because whatever the offense is, you did it. Don't argue the ticket, because you don't get pulled over here. Everybody's Black. We all know each other. And if you don't know him or her, the officer, if you mention somebody, the officer knows that person. I got high respect, high regard, high respect for that person. So you still get Okay, but we're almost at our destination. It's white people pulling it out. But and I know that they're getting nervous. All these white folks coming in here. They're looking like, gosh, God, we ain't gonna have enough. So we're at our destination. We're at Wawa finally. Polight, 7 years, 10 years probation, $25,000 restitution. If you're in my Facebook group, go look at the last link I put in there. It was Polight's pre-recorded video he did before the sentencing. And, you know, he's always trying to outsmart us. So he did a pre-recorded video that it was uploaded today. He tried to fool us, act like he came home and made that video today. So he's explaining his side and his grievances against like the allegations, the charges, and what him and his lawyers couldn't do, and what people who they couldn't get access to. This is why he had to cop the plea. So he's explaining why he had to cop the plea. Okay, it's only 9 minutes long. The dude about to cry. Like every time he's talking, he's about to cry. It's like really embarrassing. So we're at our destination. I'm gonna cut this off. Then we're gonna come back on when we leave again. It was a nice little, I don't know how long it was. Nice little walk. It's going on 12 o'clock. Get my coffee, and we'll be back out.